Hello, my name is Corky, and my relationship with my father has been one of ups and downs. Um, Early on in my childhood, there was some back and forth between my mother and my father, and all the tension that surrounded that. So there were some times when my father and I didn't get along too well, but what I can always say is my father has always been someone that I can look up to, someone that has been somewhat like a hero to me. A lot of the business savvy that I have, I learned from him, and just how to be a man in the world and how to maneuver in the world. I learned a lot of that from him, and I'm grateful for that. And even to this day, we sit back and we have conversations about how today compares to how things used to be, and just how much we love each other and how proud of each other we are and how much we mean to each other. Both of us are really like family oriented men. So with that being the case, it's always been important that we, cultivate those connections with our relatives. And that's something that we share, so we have a lot of conversations about that as well. He knows that I'm the one child that, whether it's Father's Day, birthday, anniversary, whatever, I'm always going to recognize it, whether it be a card or a phone call or me calling and singing something or whatever. But that I think that's something that's very important and special to him, because he talks about it to everybody. And I'm glad that my life has been one that my father can be proud of. He brags about me to a lot of his friends and other relatives about me going to school and graduating and what I'm doing in my life now. But I must say that I'm equally as proud of him. My father has made a lot of he's met a lot of milestones in his life. He recently graduated with his master's in finance. He's been doing accounting on the side since I can remember, but now he has a degree to go with it. And he's just been doing some really great things. He's working with United Way, and just in terms of community and service, that's always been number one to him, and he's instilled that in my brother and my sisters and I. So I really must say that I love the relationship that we have. I love the connection we have, and I'm thankful that the connection just gets deeper and deeper. And we keep each other in contact and abreast of what's going on. I'm grateful for that.
So, Corky, is there one experience that you've had with your father that's just like memorable, that sticks with you, that you might want to share with us?
I do, and is it? Do I have to be censored? Okay. One day, my father came home, and he set me and my two brothers down. I was maybe probably like 11 or 12. And it was me, my older brother, and my younger brother. He sat us down, and he was giving us one of his speeches, where he tells us how to live. And it was interesting because part of the speech was him telling us, "You got to reach for the stars, reach for the goddamn stars." whenever I see one of our brothers and we say that, we just kind of go to laughing immediately, because it was so funny, because obviously he was drunk, but he was giving us this very impactful, very this is how you live speech, and to have that moment in the speech, it just made it all comical. So that's one of my fondest memories of him.
Can you talk a little bit about your relationship with him as a black gay man? So how that changed your relationship, or if it changed your relationship, and what that was like. I guess how that impacted your relationship.
Sure. It's very interesting because at the point that my parents found out that I was into men, they actually found out from my brother. My brother found some stuff in my room, and he went to my parents, unbeknownst to me. And my parents came and asked me at different times. So I had a conversation with my mother. She had just been called to preach, and so that went that way.
Ooh.
My father, however, I was really apprehensive about having the conversation with him because I knew how he talked about gay guys prior to that conversation, so I was really kind of scared. But it was interesting because he set me down one day. We were sitting down eating corned beef sandwiches, and he kind of indirectly brought the conversation up. He was like, well, I noticed that it's been a lot of guys calling, only 1 or 2 girls, so I wonder what's going on. So me knowing that he's not the type of person to just come out and say it, I had to kind of egg the conversation alone. But it went a lot smoother than I expected. It even went smoother than the conversation with my mother. Like, he was, I told him I'm into guys and girls, and that's that. He was like, well, I really don't care what you do as long as you don't come in here with a red dress and some lipstick. I was like, well, you don't have to worry about that. So, my father is the type of person, like, whatever you do, as long as you're happy, I'm good. And, it hasn't changed our relationship one bit. He still loves me just the same. He doesn't do any less or any more, but he's just dead, So I'm thankful for that, because I was worried that it was going to be something very different.
Thank you.